All right, I do believe we are live. If you're just joining, welcome into this week's live mentoring with myself, Shannon Martel. Welcome in. If you're just joining us, say hello. Maybe you're joining live on YouTube, or you're more than welcome to join us live in the Zoom room. If you are inside our Skool community, the Ultimate Course Creators Hub, you can grab the link right in the calendar. Let me see if I can just grab it here for you as well, and I'll drop it down in the video. Navigate to the classroom. To find it, you would just come over to the calendar section and you can click right on the call link here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And just copy and paste it. And you can join us directly over in the Zoom room. Let me see where I would paste this. Hold on just a second. Live chat. Can I drop it? Chat up. I will put it right here in the chat. All right. All right, while we're waiting for everybody to log in, if you have anything in particular you want to ask me about, you want to go over work that you're working on inside of the Course Creators Academy, please make sure that you have your screen open. You are more than welcome to share your screen with me, have me take a look at your coursework, your homework, anything that you're working on. Maybe you're working on your course outline, your curriculum. Maybe you're working on your sales page, anything like that that you are working on and you have questions about, feel free to bring that to today's call and we will go over that directly. Let me, hold on just a second. Let me grab the link out of Skool and I will drop it in the YouTube video as well to make sure I got you guys there covered as well. Copy. Okay. You should be able to see that directly in the link under the video here on YouTube as well. Let me just check the audio. Hang on. Perfect. I see a couple of you have joined us. If you're just tuning in live from YouTube or from Zoom, welcome into today's live mentoring with myself, Shannon Martel. I am your host. I am the founder and owner of Course Creators Academy, your business coach, your course creator coach, all of the things. We wear all of the hats as entrepreneurs. So I am so glad you're here. If you have any specific questions as we're going along, I have the online course portal already pulled up here, as well as your action guide and your course book and your cheat sheet, as well as the slides. So I have everything already pulled up. If there's something in particular you have a question on, or want to work through, or perhaps you are catching me because you saw this pop up on YouTube and you're not a member inside Course Creators Academy, that's okay. You are more than welcome to join us as well for the weekly live mentoring session. And as well, if you'd love to join us over in the free community on Skool, the Ultimate Course Creators Hub, we have that as well. And let me grab the link for that for you too. And I will invite you over there. So how are you guys doing today? Let me know, and I'd love to know as well where you're tuning in from. Let me know that. Let's see. Hang on just a second. Ultimate Course Creators Hub. All right, I think I have all of that sorted now. Just get the chat up. Alrighty. All right, so welcome in again to this week's live mentoring with myself, Shannon Martel. I am an online course creation coach and business mentor, serving new and experienced coaches, course creators, service providers, helping you to monetize your expertise and create online courses and coaching programs, build, grow, and sell them, and go ahead and scale them as well in this space. So we recently opened up a Skool community to support our most recent monthly workshop in June that we had, the 1 hour to course clarity workshop. So we created a new community over there and I'll just show you over on Skool, and are absolutely loving that. So we have about 83 members that have joined us now in the community and in the program. So if that's something at all that you're interested in, not only do we have the community, but we also have the classroom, which has lots of different courses and coaching programs available to you to be able to help you wherever you are in your journey, whether you are brand new to online course creation or you're experienced and you're looking to be able to create a signature system so you can scale your business even further. We've got you covered. So we have all kinds of online courses and programs in here, as well as some programs. The way Skool is designed is the more you engage, the more you provide value, the more you take action inside of the community. Skool has like a reward system and gives you points based on your interaction on the platform. And so as you level up, essentially different features unlock to you. So we have so far unlocked or have level 2 in there inside the Skool community. So you will be able to unlock the first module from Course Creators Academy, which is all about how to develop your idea, turn your idea into a profitable online course topic that sells. So that is already queued up and ready for those of you that have reached level 2. You can see there's all of the training in here, the tools, resources, and so forth in here ready to go as you continue to level up. So that gamifies it. It makes it a lot of fun. And you have a community of fellow course creators, coaches, and online service providers that are right in there with you and doing the work and building out their dream businesses as well. So lots of different things, as well as we have free weekly live Q&A sessions for the free community. So anybody that's in the community, whether free or paid, you have an opportunity to meet with me every single Wednesday to get your questions answered, either live or You can pre-submit the questions as well. So if you can't join us live, you can submit your questions for me if you want my personal feedback and guidance on that, as well as this is a community. So this is a community that really encourages peer-to-peer feedback and support. So anything that you have questions on, that you want some additional feedback on, brainstorming, whatever it is, that's what your community is there for, to be able to, give feedback, to bounce ideas off on, to grow together and so forth. So we have that opportunity as far as the live weekly Zoom calls and the live mentoring calls. So for those students that are inside the academy, this is your opportunity to go through anything that you're working on inside Course Creators Academy. And Course Creators Academy is currently housed on my WordPress platform through MemberPress. So everything here, once you join Course Creators Academy inside Skool, you'll be given the login credentials. If you don't already have them, you will get the login credentials to come over here and to be able to go through everything on my WordPress website. Eventually, we'll be transitioning, likely transitioning the next iteration of Course Creators Academy onto Skool. So it'll be like your one-stop shop. But for now, you would be able to just, once you purchase the Course Creators Academy, when you log into it, it gives you everything you need to be able to access it. So I've streamlined it as much as I can to be able to still have a one-stop hub for you to be able to go to gain access to everything. So that is that. We also have additional ways of being able to work with me. If you're looking for, you can see some things are still on draft because there's more coming. But if you're looking for like a taster to see what it's like to work with me and to just have my eyes on everything that you're working with or working through and get feedback, or you're a Course Creators Academy student and you want more feedback rather than waiting for our weekly calls, you have an opportunity as a member of the Ultimate Course Creators Hub to purchase a discounted rate for the 7-day WhatsApp support. And with that, it's where you have literally me in your back pocket through WhatsApp. And every single day, I'll be checking in with you to see what you're working on, what questions you have, what you're stuck on, how we can, get you moving, give you the support tools, resources that you need to get you unstuck and get you moving so you can create, launch, and sell your online courses. As well as I have some discounted 60-minute roadmap sessions. So if this is you and you want a personalized roadmap, we also have some sessions in there that are discounted pricing for Hub's members. So anybody that's in this community can purchase them. They're normally $297 an hour. This is discounted to $97 an hour. So this is where you can purchase it. We can work through your personalized game plan and give you a step-by-step blueprint to help you to create, launch, and sell your online courses and coaching programs faster. So you can kind of do it like the self-paced study here with Course Creators Academy, with our weekly live mentoring. Anything that you're working on, again, you can post it in the community and get my feedback, get your peers' feedback, and so forth. But if you want more hands-on, I'm offering that as well to you. I also have a 30-day course clarity support package. So this is your opportunity to get more one-on-one coaching from me. No, this is normally $597. This package is discounted to $297 for Hub members. So this is where we will have 3 calls. One at the beginning of our time together where we map out your project, and then mid-course where we're kind of seeing where you're at, what's working, what's not working, where we need to make adjustments. And then also at the end where we kind of debrief how far you've gotten in the project, what's next, and mapping out those steps next. And then if you want to purchase additional time with me to like another 30-day package, that is available for you as well. Okay. And then we'll be bringing in some other programs that I run over on WordPress, on the WordPress website, as far as my signature course launch system, and Called to Serve is my 90-day mastermind. So I am transitioning those over as well. So that's really exciting. If that's at all something you're curious about or have questions about, feel free to send me a DM and I'd be happy to discuss that with you. as well as if you are in the hub and you are not in one of my paid programs, my advanced courses and coaching programs, then, and you have some more questions and want to just kind of get on the phone and have a chat about it, and kind of map out where you're at, where, understand, what is kind of keeping you stuck, and want to map out a clarity plan to help you to move forward, then I have opened up a couple of spots for free clarity calls for members inside of the hub. So if that's you, I think I have 2 spots left. So if that's something at all that you're interested in, you can comment clarity below this YouTube video, or send me a DM. If you're already in the hub, send me a DM and I will go ahead and send you a booking link to grab one of those spots free of charge to be able to get you going here. All right, so what I want to kind of talk to you about today is kind of thinking about, as we're going into Q3 of 2025. Can't believe July is just right around the corner. I wanted to kind of talk about getting really clear on what our roadmap is and our game plan is for Q3, to help you to be able to determine what your goals are. So what your vision is for your business and where you would like to be at the end of Q3. So July, August, September of 2025. So what we can work through in the Course Creators Academy is really mapping out your 90-day goals. So as you're coming into the Academy, we have an onboarding section. If you kind of look in the portal here under the Start Here section, we have a whole course here, basically, our whole module here on how to get started inside Course Creators Academy. So if you walk through, you've got your welcome and you've got your introduction video here, as well as linked in each particular lesson in each module. You'll see different things already, like buttons here for you to be able to access your resources that pertain to that particular module and or lesson. So it just kind of makes it easy for you to be able to grab without having to hunt around for it. I will be updating this. Let me just make a note actually to link it to our Skool community. As I'm transitioning over to Skool, everything will be housed on Skool, and kind of phasing out Facebook. So add Skool button to CCA. So we will be phasing out of Facebook. We all know the problems that we're having with Facebook, right? And not getting the reach, and the members that we do have in our free and paid programs aren't even seeing the content that we're posting in there. So the reach is just terrible. And Skool has really solved that to, lots of different ways that every time you post, that all of the members inside your community see your post, receive an email notification. You can send direct emails from Skool, which I absolutely love. So it just makes it so much easier. So I will be updating this to make sure that you're getting the level of support that you deserve, and that your content and anything you're posting, you're asking about, is actually seen. So we'll be updating that. And then you have your growth framework. So as you're working through the course, it essentially will show you what your framework is. So I have a video that will walk you through all of the steps, the 6-step roadmap inside of Course Creators Academy that takes from ideation to delivery and being able to teach your online courses and help to be able to get your students incredible results. So that walks you through basically the 3 stages of Course Creators Academy are design, develop, and run and scale. So it's like, you're designing the program and designing your vision for who it's for, what you're creating, and then you're going to develop it. So you're going to develop everything from the curriculum, the program outline, the learning modules, like, what are your learning objectives rather. So we're working through all of that, as well as what to put in it. So as we're working out your signature system, what that roadmap looks like that you're going to walk your students through. Then we are also mapping out every module, every lesson, and how to create those from scratch, as well as all of your deliverables that you're going to include to help your students. Basically, you're removing any creative burden from your clients to help them to be able to implement what you are teaching them quicker, faster, easier, and so forth. So we'll work through all of that in your program as well. And then, so you can kind of go through the Start Here module, and then you have all of your modules in here. So you've got an introduction to Course Creators Academy that basically goes through the benefits of creating an online course for not only for you and for your business, but for your clients as well, and why it benefits your clients to be able to have access to you and your teachings through having an online course where, I mean, it's just incredible because on demand, anytime, 24/7, once you have created an online course, not only can you sell it on demand to your students where you're making sales once you have some systems and structures set up into place that you're generating leads and sales on autopilot, but it's also the delivery and the onboarding of your students that is automatic too, that once we set these systems up. So you'll be able to set all of this up and be able to walk them through step by step, every single thing in here as well. Okay. So I'm sorry, you'll be able to walk them through every single step through having all of this like set up through automations and funnels that as soon as your student makes a purchase, that an email is delivered to them and it has all of their logon credentials and the password, the links, etc., for them to be able to sign into the online portal wherever you're housing your online course or coaching program, and they get direct access. So it is a beautiful thing because it's not time dependent. It's not time zone dependent. Like once you have created your online course, your students have access to it 24/7. So it's a beautiful thing. So that is there, as well as all of the modules as you're going through. And then you also have your resource vault. So in the resource vault, it's just basically A to Z, various different tools, templates, cheat sheets, swipe files, toolkits, like, Canva templates, copy templates, etc. Everything. They're all plug and play templates for you to be able to implement quicker, easier, faster, to really create a beautiful, polished and professional online course and coaching program. So for those of you that are new to Course Creators Academy, make sure that, when you start, you go through the Start Here section first and kind of just work through these lessons step by step. If you have any questions, the Facebook group is still there, but as I mentioned, I will be putting a direct link in here to transition over to Skool so you can get supported there as well as you're working through everything. So with that said, what we want to be thinking about as we're working through this, and looking at our onboarding tracker here, this is where, when you come into my world after you purchase Course Creators Academy, you will have received an onboarding email. And in that email, those again are your credentials to be able to log into the online portal. You will have created your username and password at the time you purchase the course. So those are the same username and password that you will use to access the portal. So whatever it is that you designate when you purchase a course, that's what you're going to use to be able to access the course. And again, if you have any trouble getting on, just shoot me a DM and I will help you to be able to access the course. The next thing you're going to do is then join the support group. Right now, again, it is on Facebook, so you can join there, but then I will be giving you the link to join us on Skool. And I think you're going to love Skool a lot better if you're not already in Skool. A lot of you already are in Skool. So let me know, like if you're on and you're one of my students, let me know how you're loving the new platform. Then make sure you say hello in the group. If you haven't introduced yourself inside the Skool community, we would love to know who you are and a little bit about you and your business and your vision for your business. So whether you're a hub member or you're an academy member, please feel free to say hello. Let us know who you are, what your vision is for your business, maybe where you are feeling like you're maybe hung up or, having some issues. Let us know that too. We're there to help each other to be able to move past them and to really create the skills necessary to grow a really thriving and profitable business. So if you have anything that you're stuck on, that is a place to be able to do that and share that with us so we can help you. Don't be shy about asking questions. That's what we're here for. This is, peer support. So not only do you have my feedback, but you have the feedback available to you from your peers inside of the community. And then you're going to submit your questions again to the weekly live Q&A. So the way we have it over set up in Skool is that you would just come to the weekly live Q&A sessions if you're joining on the Wednesday call. Currently they're scheduled Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can come into the classroom for all of the calls, and you're going to see all of the replays linked in here. So we started with Q2 for June. That's when we joined over on Skool or opened up on Skool. So all of the replays are here for the live Q&A and calls. But you can go to any of the, for instance, the tabs here. So we're here, I've got a post about the mentoring call here. So if you have any questions and you want to leave a comment here for me to be able to review your question while I'm live, feel free to do that. As well as you'll see different members posting in the group. That's what you want to do too. You just want to, here's an example here of Mandy Lynn. So welcome in, Mandy. And Mandy is new to the Skool family and basically doing an introduction for herself here. So kudos to Mandy. Welcome in. How to start making daily income from ebooks and online courses, even on a small budget. So here she is sharing a little bit about her expertise. And she is a ghostwriter, a course creator, and a daily publishing expert. So she's giving you some great tips. Actually, this isn't an introduction post. This is a tips and resources post. So absolutely feel free to do that. Thank you so much, Mandy, for sharing your expertise with us and with the community. And this is what it is that she does and how she helps her clients. So thank you so much for sharing that. Here is Kamal. Welcome in, Kamal. Kamal is new there as well, and also a content writer. So we have lots of content writers joining us. That is exciting to be able to see as well in the community. Here's Tony Gordon. Tony Gordon is a business coach as well. So just, kind of take a look at that. You can also see the leaderboard and what we have inside Skool for the leaderboards that it does on the point system. It tracks who is in the lead for 7 days, 30 days, and all time. So you can see Mandy is leading the pack here in our 7-day, as well as Kamal is up second, and Mind Mend, which is Tiana, is in third place here. So this is automatically tracked. You can take a look at the leaderboard. It's really cool to see that. And then you can look at our 30-day and our all-time. So our all-time leader is Tony with 22. It kind of tracks by points with 22 points here. And then Nez is up second in the all-time. And then Mandy is third for all-time. So you can see also, and it tells me who's unlocked level 2. And I believe Nez is the only one so far. Actually, Tony unlocked it and surpassed it. And Nez is also has unlocked the level 2 course or reward for unlocking level 2, has gotten access to that particular course. And then you can kind of see our map. I know I digress, but it's really cool to see the map of all of the members and where everybody is located geographically around the world from our little corner in the world here. So really, really cool. Lots of people within the United States and Canada, as well as United Kingdom, Nigeria. We've got Kuwait, India, and also several over in Australia. So we are growing quite nicely. Exciting to see. So a great way to be able to, if you kind of hover over the areas, you will be able to see the members and where they live. So if there's anybody in particular that is maybe centrally located near you or in your city, it's an opportunity as well to meet up with different people. So you can see I am in Florida. That is me. And Katie Williams is in Florida. And then, you can just kind of look around to see where everybody's located. So that, if you want to meet up with anybody locally, you have the opportunity to do that. Or if you're traveling to another state or out of the country and you have made friends with other members, that's an opportunity for you guys to connect as well. So pretty cool, pretty cool. All right. So back to the community and back to asking questions. So for example, yesterday there was a post for the weekly question thread. So this is what you're going to look for. So this is for the hub itself. For anybody working through any of the courses or content in the hub, you can post your questions here if you can't join me live. And then I'll grab your question and I'll review everything for you while we are on the live Q&A call and provide the timestamp for you so you don't have to watch the entire replay. When you're looking for the answer to your specific question, I'll indicate that in the comments section for you so you know exactly what time I started going through your particular question. All right, so we're off to a good start here. Lots of different niches inside here as well. So that is really cool. Kind of looking at our members, you can see we have all different shows here, from like the content writers, people that are interested, like she's interested in learning crochet. This is Melissa. People that like, here's Josie, she's a book editor. So this is a lot too, where you can kind of come in and look at the members inside the community and see what everyone does. If you've optimized your profile well, it's an opportunity for you to look for people to collaborate with. So like Marty here is a coder, graphic designer, and digital marketer. So if that's somebody that you're looking for help with, especially like graphic design or coding, maybe you're looking to build your own AI agent or something like that, and you want some help with coding or with graphic design, then you can connect with Marty here to be able to help, get some insight about that and see what his services are that he can maybe help you. Another one would be like, again, like Mandy, we've talked about through ghostwriting and editing. So if you haven't really optimized your profile here, I would recommend, here's Rebecca. She's a speech pathologist and health business owner. So if anybody's looking for help around that for you or for your children or family member, here's Maria. Maria is qualified image coach and identity coach helping spiritual women. So you can see here, there is a whole variety of different people, or different niches rather, that are representing different niches and different products and services. So it's a great way to be able to connect with other leaders inside our community, to be able to maybe collaborate on projects together. So maybe you have an online course or coaching program idea, and that there's a particular service that they have to offer that you would like to invite guest speakers into your course or your coaching program to be able to help, maybe as a bonus offer for your students. That is another great idea to be able to do that. So you don't have to know it all, right? Like, for instance, for me, maybe I would have a copywriter come in and do a special segment for my students on how to, write a sales page. So that would be a really good thing. I am not a copywriter. I definitely teach how to write sales pages and how to use ChatGPT, but what an extra bonus would that be to be able to have a copywriter come in and do a session from somebody that is their expertise. So that kind of gives you some ideas on some ways that you can work with others inside the hub and be able to collaborate on projects with one another. So back to, I know I got sidetracked. We were talking about asking questions and how to use Unity. Back to which it really does tie in, because as you're thinking about your goals, these are things you want to consider too. So you can submit your questions for the weekly live Q&A. You can add the live support calls that are on our calendar. You will always see in Skool, you will always see the calendar here, and I'll be building out the calendar for July with all of the live Q&A calls and the live mentoring calls that are here, as well as special events will be coming as well to this calendar. So the next event that we'll be planning is our 1 hour to course clarity workshop 3.0. So each session dives a little bit deeper on a specific problem to be able to work through. So we will be diving deeper into next month's workshop. So that will be coming as well. So always check the calendar. The other thing too, I was wondering if you guys would love to have like a Friday meetup or coffee chat session or networking sessions. I would love to know if you guys want to see some of those. All right, let me just check the chat. Do we have any questions so far? You guys are quiet today. I see several of you are watching live from YouTube. So say hello if you have any questions, or just say hi, break the ice, say hello, let me know who's on. If you're on YouTube, I can't see who's on. I can just see that there are people on watching us. So say hi, let me know who's on. And again, any questions that you have. So what we'll be doing as we're working through this is really looking at our looking at our goals for the next 90 days. So we will be looking at what your income goal is for 90 days. So basically you would be taking the price of your course. So if you, depending on how many products and services you have. So just using the example of one. So if you have one online course, say that course is $1,000 for your online course. Maybe it's a 12-week online course or coaching program that you're helping your students with. And your goal is $30K for the 90 days. So maybe in 90 days, you would like to create or generate $30,000 in your business. So you would divide that by the price to determine how many spots you want to sell. You would divide that by the price of your online course. So if your course is $1,000, you would divide the $30,000 income target divided by 1,000 is going to give you 30. So essentially that means you want to sell 30 spots, give or take 30 spots, to be able to generate a gross amount of $30,000. Now, I also teach you, what realistically looking at the goals in your business and how to kind of come up with your revenue targets. Your business targets are really looking at a variety of things, looking at your, not only the income needed, but looking at your expenses. So what are your personal expenses? What are your business expenses? How much do you want to set aside for a marketing budget? How much, if you're doing any kind of paid marketing, such as Facebook ads or so forth. If you want to include any expenses that you have for software. So, you don't need a lot of software, but there are certainly things that you want to have in your business that are going to help you to create your online course. So anything from Zoom to StreamYard. I really love StreamYard. MailerLite, like from an email perspective, from an email provider, you can start with MailerLite, and they have a program where you can start and be able to generate your first 1,000 leads through MailerLite for free, and then they charge you based on the number of subscribers that you have. It kind of tiers up as you go. So you need that. You need you'll have your Stripe account. So Stripe doesn't charge you up front, but they do charge a 3% fee on any income that you've made. So you're not going to pay for Stripe until you've generated a sale, as well as your taxes. So, depending on where you live and your tax bracket, all of that, but you can kind of earmark 30% for your taxes. So we kind of want to look at all of those things and those factors, especially if your goal is to be able to leave your 9 to 5 and replace your income, like your current income, with your salary as an online course creator and coach. So those are some of the things, just a few of the things that we look at when we're creating your 90-day goal to determine what that revenue target is that you're after. As well as we also like to factor in, especially if you're new, we like, and maybe don't have an audience online yet. So maybe you're new to online course creation and marketing altogether. So maybe we need to build your audience on social media. So maybe you're going to start with like an Instagram account and an email account. So we need to grow your audience. So what we'll do is basically start your month 1 goal on the lower end. And then as your audience grows, as you start to get visible and start to grow your audience, then we will increase your goal month by month as that audience level grows, right? So say month 1, your goal is 10,000. And then month 2, maybe we tier that to 12,500. And month 3, we tier that to 15,000. So we continue to increase the revenue goal as you continue to build your audience as well as your social proof. Because as you start working with clients, as you start to get more testimonials and become known as the go-to expert for the problem you solve in your niche, you will begin to be able to use that social proof, that testimonial, back into your content and your marketing to be able to help you generate more sales and build that trust faster with your leads. So that's kind of a high level overview of setting 90-day goals. Also, when we go into goal setting and planning, we not only consider what your revenue target is and what you're selling and what price point you're selling that at. Also, maybe you have some additional products and services that you're offering. So that would be what we would factor in. Maybe you have some low ticket offers in your core signature offer. So maybe you have like a entry level, maybe sell a workshop or some tools and templates, etc., for like $27, $17, $27, $37. There's various different price points to encourage your leads to buy with you and become a client for the first time. Because as people start to purchase from you once, they're statistically more likely to purchase from you again. So we go through that more as we're kind of looking at scaling your business, but those are all things that we would look at as well as far as what's in your product suite. And we also look at how many leads you need to be able to bring in your business every day. You want to set yourself a task to be able to generate leads in your business every single day. Because the more people you have coming into your business, the more people that you have to sell to. And, if you're not continuing to bring leads in on a daily basis, you're going to fatigue your current audience, right? So if your audience stays the same, say you have 1,000 leads and you're pitching, providing value and pitching to the same audience day after day, month after month, you're going to fatigue them, and you're not going to have, your sales are going to start to dwindle. So you always want to make sure that you're bringing in new leads to your business every day. So once we have this 90-day goal, we know what your revenue targets are, we know what you're selling, who you're selling it to, how many spots you need to sell, what you're including. And we've also figured out how many leads you need to generate into your business every for the 90 days. And we break it down into 30-day goals. So once we know that 90-day, then we know what our targets are for month 1, month 2, and month 3. And then you can further break them down into weekly targets. So exactly, for instance, if you're using a call funnel, like, generating leads through your lead magnet, and you're inviting people to hop on a clarity call with you, and then you provide value and offer your services at the end of the clarity call, then you're going to know exactly how many clarity calls to be able to be booking every single day to be able to help you reverse engineer into making your sales goals. So that's kind of the onboarding. And then what we would do here is then we would build out your task list. So every week, what your goals are, what you're working on in your business. So you know exactly what it is to be focused on every single day, to be driving traffic. So what your visibility strategy is to drive, traffic, get eyeballs on your offers, to your content. So these are the different forms of content that you are marketing your business through. So this could look like you're doing pillar content, maybe you're doing a weekly YouTube video or Facebook Live or Instagram Live, that pillar piece of content to be able to really deeply nurture your leads. And then maybe you are doing a daily nurture email, and maybe Instagram is your third one. So you could kind of look at, like, my trifecta is the weekly pillar content on YouTube. And then I also send daily nurture emails to my list. Any of the things that I'm promoting, all of the nurture and promotions go to my email list, and then everything gets repurposed over into content for Instagram. And Instagram, that looks like reels, carousels, and stories. And you can also go live on Instagram as well. But really, you want to pick like one strategy and really nail that one strategy. So maybe that one strategy that, I would always say have an email list. From day one, you need to build your list, right? Because the list is your asset. You own that particular asset and so forth. So it would always be building your list and building that list of really engaged buyers, basically people that you've reverse engineered your freebie from your particular offer that you're offering, and you've offered that either via generating leads through running marketing, paid marketing, or through social media marketing, which would be your organic traffic methods to funnel people into your offer. So email and then maybe Instagram would be kind of easier to start with, but I really do like the long form content for YouTube as well. And, it is SEO driven and it lives forever. And so it is a way you can continue to use those assets that you're building out back into your marketing over time. Like, it goes on and on and on. You can always refer back, and maybe you're providing guidance to someone that you've had a conversation with, and you can always point them to your videos and provide those links to them to be able to help further nurture them. So that's going to kind of help you if you start mapping this out. I'll put a copy of this tracker over in the Course Creators Academy for you to be able to grab that and start kind of looking at Q3 for your goals and really mapping those out and all of the particular tasks. And as you're working through the course, I give you all of your homework. So as you're going through each particular module, you're going to, basically you have your introduction, you have your lessons, and then you have your action steps. So every single, say if you did a module week, every single module is going to debrief what we talked about, and then it's going to have your action steps for you to be able to take in here. So even if you look at like your action guide, if you scroll through and look at module 1 was on page 6, it's going to have the different things for you to work through in module 1. And then, like, for instance, it has you doing you're doing your research and helping you to define what your course topic is going to be. So you can print these out, you can, open up a Google Doc and work through your homework. And then you can also post your homework inside the Ultimate Course Creators Hub, and we will be happy to give you feedback on anything that you're working through. So that's going to help you know exactly, basically, like, for instance, if you're brand new to the Academy, you would just plug in, say if you're starting July 1, you would just plug in your particular task for July 1 would be to watch module 1. A second task would be to complete the action steps that I assign you in module 1, and so forth. And then we'll continue to grow this as you go, as you're starting to do more, you create your course, and then we start working on marketing your course, creating your lead magnet, and starting to determine what your marketing strategies is for growing, generating leads for your business and getting visible. We'll start to map that out for you. And then you can also, for quick access to things, any of your resources that I provided you. If you want, one, you can just come here to the portal and you can grab a lot of these resources, but other things as we're going forward and I'm providing other resources to you, you can put them right here in your onboarding tracker. And then I have for you like an overwhelm checklist of things that you can do, like when you start to feel overwhelmed, or it's an anti-overwhelm checklist. So there's no overwhelm. So it walks you through some of the things that you can do to help yourself to kind of move past that if you're feeling overwhelmed. So it gives you a little support there as well. So any questions on that before we move forward? So I'm excited. Let me know what your revenue goal is. Drop that below here, what your revenue goal is. If you have a number in mind for Q3, go ahead and share that with us here below the video if you're on YouTube, or you can post it over in the hub. So we'll be looking for those, and we want to cheer you on and celebrate those with you. And then anything we can do to help support you inside the hub or inside the academy, that's what we're here for, to be able to help you to be able to do that. So just to kind of summarize where we're at for Q3, let's go through your onboarding tracker, whether or not you're a new academy client or you've been in the academy for a while. It's still important to set your goals each and every quarter, each and every month, of what your revenue goal is, what you're launching, how many spots you need to sell, and then looking at what your marketing activities are going to be. So those of you that are more advanced, looking at what those marketing activities are going to be to convert clients. So whether you're doing sales calls, whether you're launching with a workshop, or you're launching with a masterclass, or like a 3 to 5 day challenge, those would be your conversion activities. And those are what we get into more inside the Course Launch Mastery Society. So looking at that, or, are you looking to create a new lead magnet? All of those things, you want to map all of that out, as well as what your daily marketing activities are. Those will all go on here. So make sure that you are setting yourself up for success as much as possible. And you know exactly, what that overarching 90-day goal is, what your strategy is, and then breaking that up into your monthly plan, your weekly plan, and then your daily plan. And then also making sure that you have a way to check on your progress, and making sure that each and every week you're kind of reviewing what your big 3 goals were for the week. Did you meet those goals? Yes, no, why not? What can you continue to improve on? So we always want to make sure that we're analyzing and optimizing what we're working on, so we just continue to make progress and work towards our goals. So anything that you need help with that. I also have on my YouTube channel, you can look, I have a time management mastery series. So if that's something, let's see if I can grab that. I think it'll probably mess up if I try to double go into it. So just look on YouTube. I don't know if it's going to show you properly. We'll find out. It's taken too long to pull. Oh, here we go. So if you go to my playlist on my YouTube channel, you will see there is a time management mastery series as well here. So you can click on this, and this is a free little mini course that I recorded, I think it was last year. Yeah, a year ago, that walks you to everything's getting, so I got too many things open. Basically walks you through, where my mouse go? There it is. how to prioritize, plan, and produce. So those are your 3 steps here on how to plan or prioritize, plan, and produce your goals. So there's these steps necessary to be able to achieve your goals. So that will help you as well if you need some support and walking through that system in your goal setting. But anything anything that you're working on that you need help with, let us know and we will support you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for liking that. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it gave you some things to think about. We are just about at the top of the hour. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'd love to have you as a student if you are looking to be able to build, grow, and sell online courses and coaching programs. We would love to have you inside the academy. These are the kind of things that we've worked through. Again, everything is already built out for you in the online portal, and then we are here in the community to be able to support you with all of your questions. We're in this together. Like, you can find your best friends and buddies here inside the hub, so you don't have to do any of this alone. And then let me know what you need support with, like if there's anything you want to see some specific training on, if you would like to dive deeper into goal setting for Q3 as we're moving into July, let me know that too. And I can do a specialized workshop on goal setting. So if that's something you are interested in and want some more feedback on that, let me know. And as well, we have the hub to be able to support you. So thank you so much for joining. Thanks for being here with me on the call. And remember that every week I am here live in Zoom. So if you want to come on Zoom and have an opportunity to chat with me and to go through any of your questions live, you have that flexibility to do that as well. So again, I just thank you. And if you were catching this because you just happen to see it on YouTube and you want to join us over in the Ultimate Course Creators Hub, the link is in the comments below. We would love to have you over in the hub as well. So again, we will